Recording. Convertkit. Convertkit. I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to know in order to use Convertkit. But first, why Convertkit? I really like it because it's very simple to use. It's affordable. It has all the tools to help you grow and manage your email list. You can create beautiful forms and landing pages to collect email addresses. You can communicate with your list using broadcast or sequences. Broadcasts allow you to send emails manually, and sequences allow you to send several emails over the span of days or weeks to build trust over time and increase your conversions. Then you have tags and segments, which will help you categorize people based on their activity and interest to ensure you only send the right promotional emails to the right people. Some people may like cookies, some people may like donuts, some people may like muffins. And finally, you have rules and automations to help you automate the entire process and make your life much easier. I'm gonna teach you all of that and more in this tutorial. Alright, so let's do this. Let's create a free account, set up a form, and then we can start collecting email addresses. I'm gonna use my website to show you how to do it. And try it for free. Free is good. Then you just answer some questions here. Let's say you're starting from scratch. Do you have a website? Okay, I have a website in my case, and I have WordPress, and I'm going to create my account with a fake email address because I already have an account, and I'm gonna give it a password. Okay, I agree to whatever they're saying there, because we never read the terms of service. So now they probably can own everything I ever create. But there you go. Now my account is being created. I saved the password, LastPass. Great to save lots of passwords. And we're gonna create the first form. So just go to landing pages, create new, and we're gonna create a new form. And in my case, I usually like the inline, and I like this design, the Mills design. I'm gonna use that one, Mills. Great, you just created your first form. It's ready to go. You could send people to it and start collecting email addresses. But before you do that, you probably want to customize it a little bit. And Convertkit makes it super easy. You can edit the text everywhere on your form, and then you can preview it. And once you're done doing that, you can go and embed it on your website. If you don't have a website, you could actually either create a landing page, or you could send them directly to this link under embed this form, and you will be able to collect email addresses there. Okay? Now, you probably want to embed it on your website, so I created a test website so you can see how that works. So let's close this. And to be able to do this on WordPress, you can use Convertkit's plugin. So let's go to this sample WordPress site and install the Convertkit plugin. So we log in, go to plugins, add new. We search for the Convertkit plugin. We install it, then we activate it. So it's installing, and now we activate it. Then we need to go to settings and click on Convertkit. And in order to be able to connect your WordPress account with Convertkit, we have to enter the Convertkit's API key, which is on your Convertkit's account. If we go to account settings, then we can find the API under account info. We copy it, and now we're going to paste it here. Then we need to copy the API secret. So we go and show the key, copy it, and paste it. Click Save Changes. And now we can see our first form, and we can click Save Changes. Now, that form now will show automatically in all pages. So if I go to my sample website on WordPress and I refresh it, at the very bottom, you can see that now that form has been added. If you don't want it to appear in all your pages, you can select none, save changes, and then you can go to the specific pages where you want it to be added, and you can add it manually by going to the Convertkit tab here and selecting which form you want to show. The first one we created is Mills form. And or if we want to have it embedded inside the post as people are scrolling, then what you do is go back to your Convertkit account, go to the form, click on the form. Now you go to embed and go to WordPress and you copy the short code, go back to the sample page on WordPress, and then you click add a new block, search for shortcode, then you paste the shortcode, update the page, and now that new form is going to show up in line. So if we refresh the page now, we'll be able to see that this form has been added in line. And now you can start collecting email addresses. So I'm going to collect an email address, which is going to be myself, miguel@grumo.com. And I'm going to subscribe to myself. Success. Now check your email to confirm your subscription. Basically, this is the bare bones setup to start collecting email addresses using Convertkit. In theory, we should have a new subscriber, myself in this case. But if we go to subscribers, you'll see that I don't see any new subscribers. There's 0 subscribers. The reason why is because we have in place double opt-in, which means not only they give you their email address, then they have to confirm that they want to be subscribed to your newsletter. This is good, just to confirm that people didn't sign up by mistake. And second, because if you happen to have a lot of spam email or bots trying to sign up for your newsletter, they will not be able to get through the system and subscribe to your newsletter. So in my case, if I go to my email, I can see I got the email from my new account, and as a new subscriber, I would click confirm subscription. And now, if we go back to subscribers and we refresh this page, there should be a new subscriber. And as you can see, that's me. If I click on it, I can see that I received an incentive email. I belong to 0 automations, 0 sequences, but I'm part of this form, right? And of course, 0 purchases. I should buy my own stuff. Okay, so if you don't want for people to have to confirm their email addresses, you can go back to your form and turn off the double opt-in. Click on the envelope icon, and then you click the checkbox that says auto confirm new subscribers, and then people won't have to confirm their subscription once they give you their email address. You can also redirect people to a specific URL when they confirm their subscription, or ideally you give them something in exchange, like a PDF download, and you can upload it by clicking download and then choosing a file and uploading that file. So as soon as they subscribe, they get that free gift, which is a great idea to give them an incentive to join your list. So now you can collect email addresses, but that's not how you grow your business. You just grow your email list. To get sales, the next step is to set up a sequence of 6 to 7, 10 emails where you progressively educate and get people to eventually buy your products. And the way you do this is by going to sequences and create a new sequence. Give it a name. And now you have your first sequence. Of course, you have to start writing emails, a bunch of different emails. And you would create several emails by just clicking add, like maybe 5 different emails. And what you're going to do is decide when you deliver that email. So you could, the way I do it, instead of sending the incentive email, what I do is immediately send them the first email on a sequence by changing the when to send to immediately. So setting that to 0. And when you do that, it says immediately. And that could be your gift for them to join your list. And after that, that's when you start delivering emails on a weekly basis. Traditionally, I do it in 6 weeks. And you would say there after 6 days, and you would decide exactly when, what day of the week. All right? And you would do that for all the different emails that you're delivering. Traditionally, by the end, you would pitch your product and you start generating sales automatically. This is, of course, a lot easier said than done because writing good emails, marketing emails, sales emails, it's tricky. So you need to do a lot of optimization over the time. In my case, I sent over 50 emails before I chose which were the top performing emails, and then used those on my sequence because I already knew they were high converting, and then I could use those to get people engaged and provide lots of value and eventually invite them to join my online school on Thinkific. Let's learn how to use tags. Tags are really powerful to track people's activity and to figure out what people likes based on what they click and what they do. So to add tags, you can do it under subscribers. Just scroll down on the sidebar. You can create a tag and then give it a name. And I like to give them descriptive names based on the action that they took. So click, download template, let's say. And the reason why you want to have a good naming convention is because you're going to eventually have many tags and you may forget what they were originally for. So I always have the action and then the entity, what that action was acted upon. So in this case, whoever has this tag, that means that they clicked and to download a template. And let's say that go to my sequence that we created, and then on the first email of your sequence, you would have a link. Okay, you enter your link, and then you would assign the tag, click download template, and what's going to happen is it's going to assign the click tag to anybody that clicks there automatically. How does it do it? Is because as soon as we save this, we can go to automations, and you'll see that under rules, a new rule was created that states as soon as somebody clicks this link, the tag click download template is assigned. And now, from now on, you can see who showed certain interest in downloading that template. And then you can do this also for when people buy stuff. If you want to do this for people that buy stuff, you probably have to do an integration with Stripe. And you will have to authorize your Stripe account, or if you're using Thinkific, you can do it from the Thinkific side, so that every time somebody buys one of your courses or subscribes to your online school, you get Convertkit to record that as a transaction. And when that happens, if you go to automations, you click on new automation, and you could add the tag buyer to that person. So let's say purchase, and you would select an integration, and then you would add the tag. The easiest way to illustrate how this works is using my account as a sample. So if we go to automations, and we can see that here there's 3 automations, and the way that I assign tags to buyers is by every time that they buy something either via Stripe or my Thinkific school, they get assigned the buyer tag. You can see here that I could add another entry point for this automation, I purchase, and because I already have 2 integrations to Thinkific and Stripe, I can select for a product, add the event, and then I can add the or remove a tag. So in this case, it could be the tag that they buy access to my online school, right? as you can see that. But I've already done that, so I'm going to delete these two additions. But you can see how you can add. If the tag doesn't exist, by the way, you could create it within here. So if I say add or remove tag, you can start typing the name of a new tag, and then you click create tag, and the tag gets automatically created as well, which is very convenient. You don't have to go to subscribers and do this manually from a different part of the system. Let's tie all of this together by creating an automation that allows people to choose which type of topic they want to get emails about. So the first thing we need to do is create a landing page where people can give us their email address. So let's go to landing page and forms, click create new, select landing page, pick a landing page. I'm choosing the Archer one. Now we're going to customize it. So you can change every single thing. Enter a catchy page headline. Okay. Now we can customize the background. So if we go to the background, replace image, we can select this cookie image. Then we can edit the color of the button as well. Make it a little more brown to match the background. And there you go. We have our landing page. Perfect. We saved it. So as soon as they give us their email address, they're going to get an email automatically where they get to pick their preferred topic. So this is the email that is part of a sequence that is delivered automatically any time of the week. And it's called What's Your Favorite? And then they have 3 choices, whether they like cookies, donuts, and muffins, and then I'll send them emails based on their choice. Okay, so these have to be links, so when they click on it, they're going to be tagged. And then I can use that tag to trigger an automation that subscribes them to the right sequence on that topic. So I'm gonna create a tag here, and I'm gonna click cookies, okay? And that's going to send them to the Wikipedia page on cookies. In your case, it could be your own content related to that specific topic. Okay? So click insert. And when we go and edit it, you'll see that we've created a link trigger. This is a rule, a new rule, that assigns the cookie tag to people that clicked this link. And we'll do the same thing for donuts, and we add a link and we add the tag called donuts, and the same thing for muffins. We add a link and we assign a tag called clicked muffins. Click insert and save all. Now, as soon as they get this email and they click on any of these links, they will be tagged accordingly. Great. And then I've already created 3 sequences for each topic. 1 sequence for cookies, 1 sequence for donuts, 1 sequence for muffins. So based on their choice, they'll be subscribed to one of these 3 sequences. So if we go to cookies, you can see that I created a sequence that is 5 weeks long, but immediately as they subscribe or make the choice to get cookie content, they'll get this email with a big cookie on it. And then they'll get more emails, and then I tell them about cookies, how to bake cookies, and eventually I sell them 1 million cookies for free. Well, probably should charge for them if I want to make any money. Anyways, now how do we tie all of this together? So we got our landing page to collect email addresses, we got the autoresponder for them to make a choice, and then we have 3 sequences that we're going to subscribe them automatically based on what they clicked. Okay, so we go to automations and we create a new automation. We give it a name, cookie automation, create automation. Okay, so how we're going to start this automation? They join a form or a landing page. So you click join a form, choose a form. In this case, I have created one form which is called Archer landing page. And that one is the one that has the content for them to subscribe to get either cookies, muffins, or donut stuff. Next, we want to give them the autoresponder. So that sequence that only has one email with the choices. So we're going to subscribe them to that email sequence, which is called Pick Your Poison. We add the action. And now, based on what they clicked, we're going to subscribe them to the corresponding sequence. So we're going to click the plus button, and when a tag is added, so because when they click on one of those links, they get a tag added. So let's see, if they click on cookies, we add an event. And if they click on muffins, we add another event. And if they click on donuts, we add another event. So if they get any of these tags, now they're going to be subscribed to the corresponding sequence. So in the case of cookies, they're going to we click on action, email sequence, and they're going to get this cookie sequence, add action. If they clicked on muffins, we click on action, email sequence, the muffins sequence. For donuts, if they click on donuts, email sequence, the donuts sequence. And as you can see now, this is how it works. They give us their email address. We give them the email immediately where they get to pick their topic. Based on where they clicked, we're going to subscribe them automatically to the corresponding sequence. Great. Now we can test it to see if it works. So let's go to landing pages and forms, select our landing page, click share, click to copy the link, and this is the link where you would send people to subscribe to your list. And I'm going to enter my email address and click I want in. And now I should get an email where I get to pick the topic that I want to get emails about. And here is the email. I open it and I get to make a selection. Cookies, donuts, or muffins. Of course, I like cookies. I click on cookies. It takes me to the Wikipedia page. And now I should be auto-subscribed to the cookie sequence, and I should get the first email from that sequence. And voila, here's the first email from the cookie sequence. If we go to subscribers, there should be just me as the main subscriber. And we can see that I got the cookie tag added. And on the email history, we can see I got 2 emails. The first email from the autoresponder, and I clicked on it. This little dot in the middle means that I clicked, and it tells you what day and time I clicked on it. And then that I opened the first email from the cookie sequence. I can see that I also completed the cookie automation, that I got 2 sequences, and that I completed both. And my enter point into Convertkit was through the Archer landing page. So it works. So why building all of this is so useful? Because now we can send messages, targeted messages to the right people. In this case, now we can send targeted messages to people that either like cookies, donuts, or muffins, or a combination of those topics. And we can make more interesting combinations of tags with segments. But let's see how using any of these tags we can create a filter when we create a broadcast. So we go to broadcasts, create new broadcasts, and let's say we only want to send emails to people that are subscribed to the tag cookies. And as you can see, this is going to go from 0 to 1 because there's only one subscriber, myself, who has selected cookies as their main topic. Okay? But let's say that I want to send emails to people that like cookies and live in Canada, only to those people. Okay? So I would go to subscribers and I would create a segment. Segments allow you to group different type of tags or filters into one. So I would go to create a segment and I want to send, let's give it a name, Cookie Lovers in Canada. And the criteria is going to be that they're subscribed to the cookie tag. And I'm going to add another filter. They are within a country or region, Canada. I add the filter and I'm still meeting that criteria. But if I were to say a different country, let's say European Union, you can see that it's still selecting me because it's saying any of the following filters. But if I say all of them, now it's 0 because I don't meet both criteria. I meet the criteria that I like cookies, but I don't live in the European Union. So in my case, let's go to subscribers. And if we go to segments, I have 4 different segments. A segment to track all the people that ever bought something from me. Then I have a segment to send emails to only people that speak Spanish. So a segment for people that live in Spanish-speaking countries. And then I have a segment to track how many people are in my current main sequence, which in this case, there's 245 subscribers going through that 6-week sequence. And then I have a segment to figure out how many people are cold subscribers. Cold subscribers, according to Convertkit, are people that have not engaged with any of your emails on the last 3 months, I think. That means that they didn't open or clicked on any email. Now, it's not 100% accurate because some people have pixel blockers that even if they open an email, Convertkit will not register that they opened the email. So it's pretty accurate, but not 100% accurate. Another common use of filters is to exclude people that have already bought from you from your main sequence where you're pitching them your product. It doesn't make sense for them to be pitched again once they bought your product. And maybe they resubscribed and then you put them again in a sequence where they're like, they're going to be pitched the same thing. So you would go to exclude subscribers under your sequence settings, and you would make sure that you exclude people that have the buyer tag. So in this case, I have several buyer tags, but in this case, I'm promoting this specific product, my access to my online school. And then once I update this, anybody that has purchased that specific product won't have to go through the entire sequence again. And in a nutshell, this is how you use segments and tags to filter people out in broadcasts and sequences. A common question is what's the difference between rules and automations? Both are similar, but they're used for different purposes. Rules are the old way of automating stuff on Convertkit, and automations are more modern. But there's still stuff that you can only do with rules and vice versa. So Convertkit says that with rules, you can add people to a tag when they click on a link. So if you remember, when people chose whether they wanted cookie stuff or muffins or donut stuff, we created automatically 3 rules that when they clicked on a link, they got assigned the specific tag. You cannot do that with automations. You also cannot remove subscribers from a sequence after a specific action is taken. You cannot create a custom unsubscribe link for your email template, and you cannot add subscribers to a form automatically. For everything else, you would use automations. Automations are very powerful and allow you to do a lot of tasks at the same time. For instance, in order to replicate this automation using rules, where I assign an independent sequence to each of these tagging events, I would have to create 3 separate rules. And in an automation, I can do everything within one automation. Also, with rules, you can create very useful if and then statements, conditional statements, or you can create an event that only gets triggered when a specific date occurs. So in general, you're going to be using rules to set link triggers, and for everything else, if possible, use visual automations. And that's everything you need to know to get started with Convertkit. If you like this video and would like to support this channel, use this link here, grumo.com/Convertkit, to create your free account on Convertkit. And if you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe. Bye!